Now I'm going to make a Jenigami advent tree. We have a really good example here made by Diane, and this has got a tree that uses all of the different baubles that are supplied on the templates. At the bottom you have Jenigami baubles that will fold flat and that will bounce open again. You have advent baubles with all the numbers on, which you can choose to either cut out or you can just print and stick on numbered letters, numbers yourself. Or we have just plain baubles that you can cut from any card of your choice. Obviously if you want to use it as an advent tree, then you're going to have to do the numbers so that you can either add one each day or take one away each day. Now the beauty of these is, like all my designs, they actually fold perfectly flat, and the baubles fold flat as well, so that you can post it to somebody. This one's a little bit different. I've actually left this one open-ended because I plan to make this into a little accordion book. What I need to show you though is to actually make the tree. You'll get a template like this. You need to cut out 8 of these, and once you've cut them out you fold them in half, just perfectly in half, and then when you have all 8 you just start gluing the 2 halves together, exactly the same as we've done here. What I then do is, once they're glued together and only then, do I take a paper punch and I go around and I punch the holes in all of the ends of the tree. I find that's the neatest and tidiest way to do it. Probably the most important thing for me to show you for this template though is how to actually make the Jenigami baubles. So in the template you will actually get the baubles in this size so that you can make them in miniature form to hang from your tree. They will fold flat for posting and then they'll just bounce open into their 3D shape again. However, what I also give you is a template to make a larger one so that you can hang it from your own tree if you wish. So I'm actually going to show you how to make it using a larger template, because that will be easier for you to follow than me trying to show you on the very small size. What I've actually done is I've colour coded all of the parts here because I thought that would be easier to show you as well. And also the way that I'm going to construct this is the way that most Jenigami designs are constructed, so hopefully this one will really help you. You get 6 parts, 2 larger parts which are your 2 middle sections, 2 parts with a single slot at the bottom and a double slot at the top, and 2 parts with a double slot at the bottom and a single slot at the top. You start by taking your 2 larger parts, so that's the part with the loop and the large part without the loop. One has a centre slot at the top, one has a centre slot at the bottom, and these just slot right onto each other, and that gives you the centre of your bauble. You then take the 2 sections with 1 slot at the top and 2 slots at the bottom. They're going to slot, the top slot here is going to slot either side here from the bottom upwards. Just like that, and like that. So you now have 3 going from front to back and 1 going across the way. What you're then going to do is take the remaining 2 parts. We'll take one of these, it's got a single slot in the middle at the bottom, and whereas this centre one with a loop has got a single slot at the top here, we're going to slot this right over here. Now what you then have is a slot remaining at the top here, and round here you have a slot at the bottom, and a slot remaining at the top here, and round here a slot at the bottom. What we need to do is bend both these bits of card so that these slots fit together on either side. And that gives me one side of the bauble. We're going to do exactly the same on the other side. Sorry, this isn't holding together very well because I'm using really thin paper here rather than card. But I'm going to slot this one right over the middle slot here, and then fold those 2 sides together and fold those 2 sides together. What you then have, even though that was flimsy paper, is a really strong Jenigami bauble that you can make out of any Christmas card, any shiny mirror card, and hang them from your Christmas tree or even give them as gifts to your friends.